Yep. And then you said you do Diamond Realty full time.
Mm-hmm.
You love it.
I do.
I bet you do.
I do. I came from corporate America into entrepreneurship with Diamond
Really?
Realty. And it's definitely been life changing.
Really?
Yes.
So what were you at in corporate America?
So I was a district manager for a pharmacy manager retail group. I ain't gonna say the name, but I was a district manager there. I worked from the ranks of manager trainee to executive assistant to store manager and then to district manager, and yeah, I was there for 13 years.
What was that pivot about? Girl, tell me. What?
You know, God has a funny way of moving you. You know, you think that where you are is where you need to be until he's like, Joleeta, I have something more and better for you. But you can't see it. And sometimes he just got to push you out there in unexpected ways. And so that kind of happened to me. Like it was something that he had to be the force behind for me to move.
Right.
And doing so, you know, I had to navigate things again, like, okay, when I thought I was going to retire from here, what's my plan now? So I went back to school. I got my master's in business administration.
Oh, I love it.
I started my own business, which is another business, is DeAndre More Than Just Hair, selling hair extensions. Okay. And that's a story in itself. And then I kind of off of DeAndre More Than Just Hair, my friend told me about, won't you be a realtor? And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna be a realtor. Yeah. I don't want to do that. I'm focused on hair, you know, selling hair, not doing hair, but just selling hair. And he was like, Joleeta, if you start real estate, they can help your hair business. And I was like, now
that
you on to
could,
something.
yeah.
And so I got into real estate, and you know, I think when you work in retail, you're working with people, you know, it's all about helping customer service. And just being a realtor is the same avenue. It's dealing with helping people. It's dealing with providing a service. And that's what real estate is to me. It's like making people's dreams come true. Some people dream is to be a homeowner, and they don't know how they can achieve that, or they think they can't achieve that. And that's the first step. If it's something you can think about, that you think about doing, you know, then contact the person that can see if they can achieve that for you or help you achieve that. And that's kind of where my stance is, you know, starting that process with them and helping them believe, like, look, it is attainable. You can reach that, you know. There's some certain things that we all need to do as far as fixing credit, save money.
Yeah.
That's just part of the process. But you know, you can't think that it's not for you just because of your circumstances or just because of how you grew up or whatnot. Yes, you too can be a homeowner. And for those that are not right now, you know, everybody has their own journey. Just because you're not, you know, where you want to be, or you may be a renter right now, that's okay. You know, you can always be where you are and work towards your goal. And that's kind of my part, is just helping people, you know, achieve that goal of home ownership.
I love it because you went with your passion.
Yeah.
You loved it because you left. Because how long were you in corporate America before you?
13 years.
Yeah.
13
you went with your passion. That's a big step, isn't it? Was it scary stepping out on faith, you know, and going into it?
Very much so. It was scary because, you know, when you think that you're going on this certain path and you have to deviate, then you're like, okay, what do I do now? Right. And I believe that's where my deep-rooted faith is in God, to like direct my path. Like, I still don't, I think where I am right now is where I need to be, but I think he has so much more greater for me. Right. And, you know, I'm just walking and working in my purpose.
Oh, I love it. I know, I know you do a lot. You said you do the hair extensions, also real estate. What's your typical day like? Let's say that. What is it like?
So my typical day, and when I say, yes, I do have my hair business, and that's one of the things, challenges, is trying to balance both, you know, do real estate. So my hair company has shifted, and I'm in the process of trying to build that back up. But a typical day for me is mainly, is more so real estate. It can start off with me maybe going to the gym and then coming to work, planning out my day, prospecting, trying to find new clients. It could be content creating. And when I say content creating, just doing like fun videos.
Yeah.
If you know me, I do have an alter ego. And I'll show you her. Her name is Friend. And Friend is my alter ego. And she is something else. She is something else. But I do content creating because I like to make people laugh. I like people to feel good. Life is so short.
Yes.
And so I just do things to stay relevant, to stay in my purpose, and to help people.
Yeah.
You know, I do like inspiration content as well because we all need to have a little Jesus in us.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Tell me this: what makes you? I know I can already tell. I really don't have to ask this question, and I just met you, Miss Lee.
Yeah.
And I was going to ask the question: what quality do you think sets you apart from the other agents here in the city? I can kind of see it already. But tell me.
First of all, there are a lot of good agents like around. There are. I think what kind of separates me is my motivation and my spirit. You know, like I just try to be a positive person that encourages, you know, everyone that I encounter. Like when I meet people, I try to make an impact some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Like you might not remember, but you're like, Joleeta, man, I remember her. Oh, she cool. You know, that's what a lot of people say. And so I just try to be fun and positive and motivating and hang around people who are like-minded because they keeps your, you know, keeps you motivated too, you know, and keeping that positive spirit going. So I think my my positivity, my motivational spirit, just being me.
That's right.
Being me.
That's the best thing.
Yeah.
You know, tell me this. You've been working now, you said almost 3 years in the real estate business.
Yes.
What's the best piece of professional advice you think you've gotten so far in that business? Because sometimes that's what keeps me going. Getting a bit of that advice from someone who's like me or who's done something I've done. They give me some advice. Have you gotten that just yet?
Yes. So in real estate, anybody that works real estate, they're gonna tell you that, you know, you have to be a strong individual as far as like rejection. You got to be able to take rejection.
Oh, we hate rejection.
We don't like rejection. But for every no, you're just that person closer to saying yes. That person saying yes, and you being either, you know, whatever it is. For me, being their realtor. So rejection comes with the territory, and you have to have thick skin. And I think that just makes you a stronger person, you know. And for me, you know, trying to prospect or cold call, people are going to say, no, I'm not interested. No, I'm not interested. No, I'm not interested. But that's okay, because you might call that one person that has this listing, this $1 million home listing, and because you called, you're able to get it. You know, there's so many scenarios, but the main thing is never to give up.
Never to give up. Yeah,
never
that's
to
a good.
Give up. Just keep going.
That's right. That's right. Because someone said earlier, consistency.
Yes.
And I guess that's definitely needed in real estate is consistency. And tell me this, another thing, I already know that you've had a lot of probably achievements. Yeah. Any one particular achievement you want to talk about in the real estate game?
One achievement. Okay, so I only been in real estate like 3.5 years, and I think one of my biggest achievements coming from corporate America and just trying this entrepreneur and real estate game, working at Diamond, I became Rookie of the Year.
Oh yeah.
And that kind of like, for me, solidified like this is where
This is it. This is it.
See somebody else see something great in me, and to nominate me for Rookie of the Year and actually achieve that. That was kind of the pivotal moment. Like, okay, I can do this.
I think that. Do you think that you being able to be yourself every day, you know, meaning just Miss Lee every day, it makes a bigger difference in
does.
Your day-to-day, you know, motivation?
It does. You know, in corporate America, everybody knows Miss Lee. And everybody calls you Miss Lee because that's that line of respect. That,
professionalism,
right, and professionalism. And there's a certain way you got to carry yourself there. And don't get me wrong, there's a certain way you have to carry yourself in any profession. especially real estate, because you know you want people to respect you as well. But with that is also the flexibility and the relaxation that you can be who you are. You can create your own brand. And I can be who I want to be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I can be the fun-loving Joleeta and still bounce back and be that professional real estate agent that's knowledgeable, that can help you with the home buying process.
Right. Mm-hmm. What do you wish people would know about you and this job? What one thing you think you wish they'd just know this about Joleeta when it comes to you being a real estate agent?
I think one thing that people just need to know, that you can be a homeowner. And I can help you get there. That's it. You can be a homeowner. Just because of you probably look at your circumstance right now and probably feel like there's no way. My credit is like low, or I don't have any money, and like, of course your credit needs to be a certain at a certain amount, and you want to have money saved, but that doesn't mean you can't get there. You can get there. Right. And if you're trying to get there and you want to get there, just a phone call away.
That's right. And what advice would you have for someone who does feel that way? Because I know a lot of folks, we're talking about in the city of Shreveport and Bossier, right? Yeah. And this is an African American publication. Let's be right. And we're noticing that there's just more renters. Yeah. There's just renters everywhere. I know sometimes they just don't know where to go. They don't know that Miss Joleeta Lee is even here. Yeah. But what bit of advice could you give to them if they would just be watching this video? You know, and you know, because a lot of times they think like you said, the credit's not good enough. Yeah. I can't buy a house. I don't make enough money for a house. Where do they go? How do they just?
I think the first step is getting with a realtor, regardless if it's me or someone that you trust, somebody that has purchased a home. You know, they can kind of guide you through the initial steps. To try to help you with being a homeowner. I think at first you need to contact someone who's knowledgeable about it, whether it be someone that's on the banking side, or maybe a lender, or more so someone who's in real estate that does this for a living and can start you on the process of being a homeowner. There's still some things that you need to know prior to being a home ownership, and we can kind of share those tips with you. It's not something, like I said before, it's not something that you can't obtain. It's like within your reach. You just got to extend your hand, and I grab the other end.
Yeah. I like you. Yeah. I like. What would you like the city of Shreveport Bossier to know about Joleeta today? Anything you want them to know about Miss Lee?
Oh my God. One thing that I would want them to know, that I'm available. You know, I'm available. I'm at Diamond Realty. I'm very knowledgeable about the market. I'm patient, understanding. I understand that sometimes, you know, you might not be ready. You just want to talk, and I'm there for that conversation. Because that's the first initial step. Let's start the conversation. And whatever part, I'm not one that's going to push you into home ownership and try to just like, you know, you need to do this, you know, but I'm going to guide you and I'm going to roll with you how you see fit, you know, because this is your journey. It's not my journey. But my job is to help coach you and let you know, make sure you're well informed of the things that you need to do to start that process. So I'm a laid back individual,
yeah, you are.
Fun, loving, just.
How can they reach you, Miss Lee?
So you can reach me at 318-518-9587. You can follow me on Facebook. It's Joleeta Lee, and that's JOLEETA. And I'm on TikTok, Instagram.
She's on all of it.
All the platforms. It's going to be J Lee Realtor 1. J Lee Realtor. So.
And if you can't remember that, you can always contact the Ark-La-Tex Gazette, because we can contact Miss Lee now. Miss Lee is a gem, as you guys see, and I say this after every interview, Miss Lee, that Shreveport Bossier don't know the gems they have, and you're a gem, and thank you for coming out to visit with us today.
Me. It's been such a pleasure.
Thank you.